Hello, if you're watching this, you probably already know what the Australian Charities and Not-for-Profits Commission is, what we'll be doing and what that means for you. But we thought it was important you know a little bit more about us as people, so we'd like to introduce ourselves properly. There are almost 100 of us here in Melbourne where we're based. Many of us came to the ACNC from charities, others came from different government agencies or from private companies. But no matter where we came from, none of us would be here if we didn't share a desire to see Australia's amazing not-for-profit sector thrive, and if we didn't have a deep affection for the organisations who contribute so much to the fabric of society. We'll be making more videos introducing you to our team in the future, but we thought we'd start with the people at the helm, Interim Commissioner Susan Pascoe and her two Assistant Commissioners Murray Baird and David Locke. Tell me a bit about yourself.
Well, I grew up in a small country town in Western Victoria in a family of 8 children, 4 boys and 4 girls, with a Lebanese father and a mother of Swedish, Scottish and Jewish heritage, which was unusual in a small country town. We all went to boarding school because that was the only way, in fact, to go through to year 12. I started professional life as a teacher and then over time moved into administration. Then I moved into, I suppose, more administration, if you like, into some chief executive roles and then into commissioner roles.
And what are your personal aims at the head of the ACNC then?
I think we would be really keen to achieve the red tape reduction. We know it's important to the sector. We aim to have a personal service, which doesn't always come when you're interacting with a host of commercial or government agencies. So we want to be a support to the sector and we want to assist to maintain and strengthen public trust and confidence in the sector.
This is Assistant Commissioner Murray Baird. Now, you're quite involved with the legal side of the Commission, so you're probably the best person to ask about a few of the worries that have been coming from the sector, and one of them is the director's liability provision. Do you think it'll deter high-quality volunteers from putting their hand up to help out charities and not-for-profits?
Yeah, well, that was certainly an issue at the House of Representatives Economics Committee inquiry. But whatever Parliament decides about the need for good governance, our regulatory approach will say we're still here to enable the sector, we're here to enable the directors to do their best and to provide the resources and the guidance that they can use to do that. And so it would certainly not be our intention to put more weight on committees of management or directors than is needed for reasonable governance and accountability to the community.
What's the thing that you're most excited about with the ACNC? What's the biggest benefit you see it bringing to Australia's third sector?
I think there'll be one place where people can go to understand what their responsibilities as a charity or as a director of a charity will be, and that over time we might be able to consolidate a lot of the reporting in one place, even reporting that would be required to other government agencies, perhaps even across the states and territories as well. And so the duplication of applications in each state or with a number of agencies will be streamlined into one place.
And this is the ACNC's other Assistant Commissioner, David Locke. So David, you came to us from the UK. Yeah. Why was that?
Well, I came out last September on secondment from the Charity Commission of England and Wales for 3 months to work with Susan Pascoe and the team on the design and build of the new regulator, and I've never gone back. And I think part of the reason is that it's such an exciting opportunity. We really have the chance here to create a world-class regulator that draws on the experience from charity commissions overseas, but also that draws on the experience of other regulators in Australia and is specific to the needs of the Australian community.
So it wasn't just the weather?
It wasn't just the weather, no. It's actually very cold at the moment in Melbourne.
Sure is. So from that international experience, why do you think charities regulators are needed in general?
Well, if you look at jurisdictions all over the world, that you find that charities or not-for-profits or NGOs are regulated, and that's because they provide a really important role in society. If you look in Australia, we have a high number of charities and not-for-profits. The public give $2 billion Australian dollars a year. 5 million Australians regularly volunteer their time. This is a big, significant sector. It provides, contributes approximately 5% of the GDP of Australia. So I think the public have a right to expect that organisations are well run, and that if people are giving their money to a charity, that it's actually going towards the cause.
Can you tell us a bit about the people that make up the ACNC? Where have they come from?
We've got a great team of people. We've deliberately gone out and recruited people from with different experiences and different backgrounds. So we have a number of staff who have come from the charitable not-for-profit sector. We also have many people who have come from government at both a state and a federal level, from other regulators. There are a few of us who have come from charity commissions overseas, and some people have come from the private sector. But what unites everybody is that they have been recruited not just because of the skills that they have, but because they have a real empathy and understanding with the sector that we're here to regulate.
Thanks for watching. Keep an eye on our YouTube channel for more videos about our team members. And if you have any queries, you can contact us by phone, email, Twitter and Facebook, and feel free to join the discussion on our LinkedIn forum, Aussie Charities and NFPs.